Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is me, Kill Ratification. I am back at you, and I am making videos again, guys. I was in college right now. The last time I made videos, I was in high school. I was naive, but I am back now. So, my first guide, I'm coming at you with Leshrac. Now, Leshrac, he is a very good nuker, let me tell you. So, first look at him. You see, he is a ranged hero. The suggested roles for him is a nuker, a pusher, a disabler, and a support. All of which he can do fine. Listen, most people play him as a nuker primarily, but he can support pretty well as long as you can keep the mana upkeep on him good. But we shall get back on that later. So right now, as you can see, his main stat is intelligence. So, you want to build intelligence items on him. For example, a bloodstone, pretty much core on him. You need that mana upkeep. So, going back on that, let's start on the abilities first. So his first ability is Split Earth. Now, that is a point target ability, as you can see in the video. It makes the effect of basically spikes coming out of the floor and stunning the guy. So, the weird thing about this ability is that there's a stun delay. Now, from previous patches, as you can tell, it used to be 0.4, I believe. Now it is 0.35, so it is it's a bit better than before. So, basically you have to time it where the opponent is going. But I shall get back to that. So for now, as you can tell, the stun duration will stay at 2. As you level it up, the radius increases and the damage increases. The mana cost, it's not terrible. It's 100. He's an int hero. Intelligence hero, that is fine. Alright, the second ability is Diabolic Edict. So basically, in a range around him, as you can see around here, there will be a circle which damages people. Now, mainly, this is your pushing ability. As you can see, it deals 40% more damage to towers. That is insane. So basically, clear out the creeps around the tower, use this ability, that tower will fall like butter. Alright, the damage is good. From level 1 to level 2, it goes from 9 to 18 to 27 to 36. That is good. It is a good ability to level up when your lane is good. When, or if you're having trouble in lane. It is not, I wouldn't get it first, but in some certain situations you can. Explosions stay the same, the radius stays the same, basically the damage goes up. So this is your main pushing ability. Alright, next ability is Lightning Storm. Basically, another nuke, but this nuke hits all the people. Hits a certain amount of targets. So basically, as you can see, if you casted it on a creep, it would hit the next creep, and it would hit the next creep. And I am sure that each strike deals the same amount of damage. The good thing about this ability is that it slows the enemy for 75%. So as soon as you see the slow, you can think of a combo, okay? So, I am Leshrac in lane. I shall use a lightning storm. I shall put it on an enemy. It slows down. Next, I shall use the stun. Pretty quickly. Do not be slow about this. Aim it where the enemy is going or a little ahead of it. So, that is a lot of damage. Look, level 1, 80 plus, however much it is, 120. 80 plus 120. That is 200 damage right off the bat, just by you. That is level 2 damage. That is insane. It is pretty good. Now, the amount of lightning strikes, it increases. It goes from 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. So that is good. It is a lane clearing ability. It is not bad. It is a good nuke. It goes from 80 to 140 to 200 to 250. That is some pretty damn good nukage. Now, the next ability is Pulse Nova. So basically, I am Leshrac. I am marching down. Around me is a aura that slowly deals damage to people. So, right away, as you can see, like, your W, which is basically the Diabolic Edict, I'm pretty sure that is what it's called, you're dealing damage to people around you already with that. Now, stacking along with your ulti, damn, that is a lot of damage, buddy. Damn, that is a lot of damage. So, look at that, man. Like, the only bad thing about Pulse Nova is that the mana per second, it is pretty heavy. It's 20 mana per second off your level 6, so I would hold off on getting that till level 11, alright? The damage, it's 100 damage at level 6. Insane. 100 damage to people around you. Imagine you have a perfect lane, you get fed God, this is a good ability. So in a radius of 450, everyone around you is getting hit. Everyone. Look at this, man. I mean, so Leshrac, he is a good nuker. He is a great pusher. You can farm as much as you want. As in, get a bloodstone, keep this ability on. Fuck it, pardon my language. So just like go in the jungle, nuke people down, man. Like, just use your diabolic deed, use your stun. He is great for farming, as long as you can get the mana upkeep. Now, all I am focusing on is you need the mana upkeep, alright? So, focus your items on, what do you call it, on, mana, get a Scythe of Weiss, whatever, I'll come back to items later, alright? So this is the, general move guide. Now we are going to move on to laning, and, getting the bounty rune, and, overall just, messing your lane up, alright? Alright YouTube, we are back. We are at the beginning of the game right now. So, right now, you want to be a support, or if there's enough supports on your team, or if you have like 2 people as support, you can be a nuker. But either way, you want to start off with a courier or a ward. If there's a courier there, just get a ward. So as you can see, there's a courier in the bot game. So I'm buying 1 ward right now. Tango clarity is pretty much needed if you want to be nuke heavy, doing damage, of course. So get a clarity, iron branch, and a healing cell usually. So this is a pretty standard build. So first off, you really just want to get your stun. So you get your stun and you march your way over to the bounty room. Alright? So this is just for getting a bounty rune. So the stun is needed for the bounty rune because you want to stun those people going over there. Alright? So the key thing to this is placing your stun. You have to place that stun right. So if there was a guy coming over there, you would place it over here, or usually when there's people trying to get the bounty rune, they're going to be around here. So as you can see, I cast it. There's a delay on that. But the stun lasts for 2 seconds, so if someone's like right on top of it, just cast it right on the bounty rune and take it, and then bolt it out of there. Alright, next we're going on to the laning stage. Alright guys, so next we are in the laning stage. I am going to show you how to lane and a few combos. Alright, so here, if you got your E first, or overall, you want to use your E as a harassing function, and basically use it as frequently as you can, or as much as you have to. So over here we have a sniper, pretty good. Harass him down. Look at how much damage that is doing. That is good amount of damage right there. So basically you want to use that to harass or and help your carry get his farm. Keep him pushed back. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the amount of mana you're using. The mana use is 90. You have overall of 429 after you buy the suggested items I told you. That is pretty decent. He has a mana regen of 1.3. That is also pretty good. So basically for the combo, you want to use your E, and then as they're slowed down, you want to use your Q. Alright? So here you slow him down, and then you stun on top of him. Look at that. So basically you want to time the stun to where the hero is moving. That was a lot of damage. And if that juggernaut was a real person, we would have done a lot of damage there. So that is the basic combo right now. Use your E, use your Q, keep the lane good, keep the lane easy, let your carry farm, and be sure to auto attack the enemies from far away. Yes. So again, the combo is using your E to slow the person down, then use your Q to where the opponent is probably going to move after a slight delay. So the slow and the Q works pretty well. Alright, next I'm going to go to items and how to farm in the jungle. Alright, here I am in my jungle. I am out of my laning stage. I am around level 10, I am around level 7, I am around level 8. Around there, okay? You get the gist. So, basically, I want to stay in team fights, but I also want to get some farm without hindering my carries. So, usually I go with if I did good in my lane, if the team fights are going well, I'd put a second level in my Diabolic Edict just because it's good to farm. But usually you get your ulti at level 10 and then you get it at level 11 because you have the mana upkeep to be able to do so. Look at here. I have my arcane boots. I have my I usually use the clarity. I usually be out of the tangos. I usually be out of the salve, of course. But I'd be done with those. I'd have my wand, my arcane boots, and my urn. Just for team fights, just for healing, just for supporting. I'd have wards all over the map around here if I was dire, whatever. I'd be warding places, alright? So, when I'm done with that, I have some time to farm, alright? I want to get my bloodstone, I want to be in team fights, I want to do it all. So, usually, with my laning build, I use my E, of course, stun them well, get it over with. You see how I placed it over here, I didn't actually have to do it. But yeah, I don't want to be I'd keep on spamming my E. I'd have my arcane boots. I'd have pretty decent mana regen. Look at that, 3.4. I can spam. I hate these fucking creeps, but that is how I would farm. I'd use my W when, like, say you're being ganked or something, you know, and the W is pretty decent for farming. Look at this. It's not terrible, but I definitely say the E and the Q are much better. So that is how I'm gonna be farming. Once I get my bloodstone, however, I am going to be using my ulti and use that to farm. I'd be in a much better place, but that is how basically you farm. Next we're going to move on to pushing the lanes. Alright, so here I am. I'm done farming. I have my bloodstone. It depends. Sometimes you go for Yules. It depends on your team fights. If you're doing well, you can still go for Yules, but I usually rush the bloodstone just because of the farming potential. So usually I'd be around level 11, 12, or 13, and I'd have my ulti. So I have my bloodstone. Look at that regen, 17.3. That is pretty decent. So here I would be coming in. I'd be in the jungle or whatever, but I'd be using my R to farm pretty well. Look at this. It's a great farming mechanic. It's good for killing heroes. Whatever. I mean, it's not bad. But there was the combo again I was showing you, slowing him down using the stun. That is how you basically work him. But look at this pushing potential. You're just basically auto-attacking. You know, if you want to, you can use your E. That is also great for killing them. But then you can move on to jungle. I mean, your health regen, your mana regen, everything is great. Basically over here, you have all the core items you really need. Now, moving on to everything else, look at that. You're using your R and your W. That is great for farming. Stay in lane. Be sure to use your mana conservatively, but you have a great amount of mana regen. You can stay in and out of team fights. Another great item to look at would be Glimmer Cape. I mean, basically you'd be in trouble. You're getting attacked or you're being ganked a lot, just pick up a Glimmer Cape, dude. It is a great escape mechanic. You can push up top, use the Glimmer Cape, get out of there, TP, whatever, juke 'em. Great item. Yule Scepter, basically, you Yules the person and then you stun them as they reach down. Keep your ulti on, keep your Diabolic Edict on, use your E, whatever. That is also good. Another great item to look at would be Lotus Orb. That is a great amount of that is a great support item. It is a good item for regen. It is overall a great item. Agonizing Scepter, it is a great item for Leshrac if you're doing well. If you have a lot of farming is easy on Leshrac, of course. Look at the damage over time. You have everything, honestly. Like, it basically, like, if you look at your levels, you have 160 damage at level 16. With Agonizing Scepter, you get 160 right off the bat. Then it's 190 and 220, and your mana upkeep, it stays the same. It is still around 20, 40, or 60. So Agonizing Scepter is as well a great item on him. So basically, you want to keep him damage. You want to keep the damage upkeep. You want to keep him good. I really would not go for Octarine Core on Leshrac because, like, you don't really need the cooldowns, man. I mean, like, it's a good item, but honestly, you'll be fine without it. seriously telling you. But one thing I noticed about Leshracs who get farm is that they only keep their ulti on. You want to make sure to keep on using your other abilities because that stun is a great tool to use. Uh, your W and everything, be sure to keep using them. Don't just like run in there with your ulti on expecting it to do all the work. You want to keep on using all your ability. So basically that is a rough overview on how to farm. I showed you how to get the bounty rune, I showed you how to lane well, and I showed you how to jungle and farm. Be sure to keep pushing using your ulti. Be sure to use your ulti when after you have your bloodstone and you're farming. Like, it is a great farming tool. Leshrac overall is a great nuker, pusher, and support. Be sure to support pretty well with him if you don't have a lot of supports, but you also want to be in there doing damage, alright? So, pretty good. This is my first guide. I'm not that, warmed up to it right now, but this is just a basic overview on Leshrac. Alright guys, peace out. If you like it, comment, and subscribe to me. And I shall be back at you with other guides, hopefully it will be like at least 2 or 3 a week or something. Alright, peace out.